This is the 12th video for Gasior, and I'm gonna try to finish with the which is the explanation with this video, and then the last one will be the final explanation why these people attacked me, what was the reason, why they came, why they did. It will be the final reason, but we will see what's gonna be happen. I hope it's gonna be done because there is too much to talk with the guest here. I have a lot to talk because it wasn't happened. He came. Actually, they squash it, but they come later on to court, and I think he become a city employee. He remembered, and it's not above the law. And I just wanna go with a couple things real quick. And here, these are all public, by the way. May 4th, 2022, and City of Avon Boards of Zoning and Building Appeals meeting. I did receive the approval, barn size 30 by 52, which is or 1,560 square feet construction area. This is here, you can see. And Eleanor Stockar was there, is the Rick Rice there, and Mary is the other side of the street, the old lady there, and Cindy Rice was there, and my other neighbor is the Leo Di Francisco, he was there. You know what I mean? They came and support me, I appreciate it, besides the gerismedik. And the other one is the June 1st, 2022. This one nobody came. It was just a variance for the height. And Jill Clements, she shoot me an email and she asked my permission to come my house and measure my building's height. I said, yeah, more than welcome, but I cannot be home, you know what I mean? And every time they want to come here, I have to work. And they came and they measured my building size is 26.5 feet. What I did, they asked me, how did you measure it? I said, I go to the roof, put the tape measures down, which is how I did. 26.5 feet this came, you know. They didn't do the same thing probably, but probably they did the similar one because I left the letters there. I don't know how they exactly did, but they got my numbers, you know what I mean. Actually, it's a couple inches more than the 26.5 feet, how it was happening, you know. And I didn't have a chance to be, of course, to ask. And then there was an email, and they came with the someone asked to Jill, and I talk about it when I was making the Jill's video, why I have a double fences. And I was going to ask him, and do you know these videos? Do you have any ideas about it or something? And then, and of course, I cannot say anything about it. He knows or he doesn't, you know what I mean, at this moment, but it was important to ask. And I was going to ask is how city knows do my animals new or not, you know what I mean? It's like, if my animal's born in my property, how you gonna be testify? You know, it's, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to take the babies and put the mummies in? What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? If a baby is born in this property, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? I'm going to push it back to the mommy's vagina back inside. They put it the belly, you cannot make a baby. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? I'm a farmer. That's the purpose. I need to make the money to make a baby. That's the whole purpose. To make the baby, raise them up, sell them, and make the money. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to put the babies back in it? Or I cannot milk the lambs or goats? What do you want me to do? You know what I mean? That's the whole purpose, the farming. And I have tomatoes trees, and but I'm gonna cut the flowers, and I don't want the tomatoes. Like, why I have a tomatoes plant? You know what I mean? And the other question I was going to ask him shortly after these emails is back and forth is Lemon died. She was only 2.5 years old. I believe may have been poisoned. That's my belief. I do not have any evidence in my hands. Because when she died, I didn't have any cameras around my house. I did not have. But as soon as I came home, she was coming and eyeing because she knows what I was giving to her. Her Bible was daily, mostly carrots. She loves the carrots. If I don't have carrots, it was a cucumber that she likes. And she didn't come. She was laying down like this. She was okay when I was living, and I was feeding them 2 times a day. And winter times they have always hay too, because they have to eat more winter time. But summertime I was feeding them 2 times a day. Like everybody is 2 times. Morning breakfast, but before I go to the work. After I come back to the work, because I was coming, like when I come from the work, it's still outside, it's hot. I was waiting until the sun rise, then feeding them. Because when they are hot and they are not eating enough, and then the goats are going on the feed, they are messing up there. They are pooping on it, peeing on it. You know what I mean? It's like I was not doing it. I was waiting this cool down. Then everybody eats once, and then that's it, the food. Because I know how much they can eat. After you're doing farming, you're learning, you know. I wasn't a professional farmer. In the years, I learned. And she wasn't come. And I think I was she's sleeping the first time I saw her. And typically, is what I heard is the donkeys are living like 30 to 40 years. And next morning, she slept in the exact same place. I go there and she died. You know? Who died? Jill Clemens died, or whoever's made the claim? I request the engineering department, building department, and Ohio permit plans examiner contact information, but did not receive responses. It is legally permisses a local government agency do not to report public records request injury. I mean, you are requesting something from the city, but they are not answering you. Is it legal or illegal? I just want to know. Of course, everything is legal in City of Avon. I know because they have their own laws. It's the Gasior, whatever the Gasior, and then is the Mayor Johnson wants it, it's legal. It doesn't matter whatever it's happened, you know. But whatever they want it, request the same records again. I'm gonna come here in the final. That was the biggest crime here. Of course, there is no answer again. And only I got received for public records after second time. They told me where can I find, or I received the only website references regarding to the city ordinance, or couple $100. I believe they ask. Where is the paper? Oh, it's in the other folder. $300 for the copy. Why city cannot afford a couple $100? Actually, it's not a couple $100. Maybe 50 pages, like 50 page, 100 page, whatever it is. Cannot give it to me. Still need to make the money for everything. For residents asking. Because they know I cannot afford it. That's why they didn't want to give it to me. Because I have a really big struggles these last several years to these things going around. You know what I mean? Every single penny I make, feed my kids, animals, whatever the single penny left, spending to the house. Because something's going around. Installed approximately 1,680 linear feet, 4-inch perforated under drain pipe with 57 limestone through the property. That's what I did. Install approximately 600 linear feet, 6-inch STR 35 pipe with the 57 limestone. And City of Avon didn't give me a permit for these things. They came. I have pictures and everything. city service department, they came and they inspect my job. And actually, I didn't do anything. They left the 6-inch connector in the street. I was going to do 8 inches, but as soon as I see the 6, I left the 6. And I was doing the connections 8 because I was not believing the 6's work, but I didn't want to deal with the city's 12-inch pipe. You know what happened? They didn't give me a permit. You know what? Because I showed them there is a illegal tie-in my sewer line, the Smith's property. They said it's a civil matter. I need to sue him personally. I can't. $300-400 is the each low case, and I don't have money to be paid that much. If I have that much money, I'll do something in my house. From this point, I cannot spend anything anymore. You know what I mean? And I don't have money either. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna open some kind of charity or something account, and then I'm gonna ask the people if anybody can help me legally. I'm gonna go get and start to sue every individually in these cases now, and I'm gonna ask help from the people I know, or is the people wants to help me for the rights, or Avon residents, or Lorain County residents, Ohio residents, or anybody's in the United States. Completely basement wall. And I replaced one side, and the waterproofing caved in. Transport installed approximately 86. I'm sorry, I was thinking about 83. 86 truckloads of dirt and stone. I brought approximately 2,500 tons material to my property. This is 1.22 acres. It's not a small yard. I raised up. Purchase and transport fence and barn materials approved, and after the approval from the Board of Zoning Appeals. Now after my words, and they changed the minor misdemeanor first degree wants me to go to the jail because I have the materials here. What a good proof, right? And why I'm not, today is Monday, by the way, and June 1st. I still didn't anything in the publish after the first video. This is the 12th video. I didn't publish anything yet as of now. Waiting till everything will be released from the court. Range state fence post after raising property grade level. Move the materials by hand. 2.5, 2.25, somewhere around there is the materials. Move here to there, there to there, there to there, there to there, mostly by hand. Some of them the people help me, some of them with machines, some of them by hand. You know what I mean? I plant over 200 trees around the house, all by hands. And I have to finish still couple hundred feet under drain. Emily Hansen came in my house without my permission. She just popped up, in my property. There was a bunch of people there. I have evidence, people can testify to me. Plus, I have camera records now. And do you know that? And the city building officials, Emily Hansen, engaged any conduct outside the scope of her authorized professional duties. And any action taken is in responsibility. I believe nobody can able to come back of my property without my permission, but she popped up. Ryan Cummins engaged the proper authorization, professional engineering practice. Is it any responsibility? No. After this thing, no, it's illegal. Police department practice, illegal practice. They did it for me 20-30 times. Did you do any actions? It doesn't need to be answered this question. Answer is here. 911, hang up my face, non-emergency call. That's one for Smith's property. This is the other one I explained, remember. This is 1 Avon Police Department. I sent certified mail. 2 Avon Belediyesi. 3 Avon Police Department. 4 Avon Police Department. 5 Avon Police Department. 6 Avon Police Department. 7 Avon Police Department. 8 Avon Police Department. 9 Avon Police Department. 9 Avon Police Department. 10 Avon Police Department. 11 Avon Police Department. 12 Avon Police Department. 13 Avon Police Department. 14 Avon Police Department. 15 Avon Police Department. 16 Avon Police Department. 17 Avon Police Department. 18 Avon Police Department. 19 Avon Police Department. 20 Avon Police Department. 21 Avon Police Department. 22 Avon Police Department. 23 Avon Police Department. 24 Avon Police Department. And this is for the Gasior. Is it an answer for certified? And they received an 11-4, 11 and 12-4, 12-4. Or one of them says 11-4. Mail date is the wrong. What do you think? Yeah. It's supposed to be 11-4. I guess. I have the tracking number and everything. Is it legal? You're receiving. I'm making complaint with email. You are not answering. Actually, I'll start at the very beginning. I'm calling the 1234 number for Avon Police Department. You are not sending police. I'm calling 911. You hanging up on my face. You sending 2 police officers to my house and trying to scare of me to don't call police for the Smithix property and Willoway doing the farming. I have video records. And I'm calling the guest here, not answering in my phone back. I'm leaving message couple times. I'm doing same thing for the A1 police chief. He's not answering again. I sent certified mail. I'm not getting any answer. Okay, I'm asking to you, all of you. What do you think? I'm asking you, what do you think? And then is the week later or 10 days later, I'm sending you a certified mail. What do you think? Tell me. October 2024. June 4, 2025. I contact with the 911. Avon Police Department during this call attempted to obtain information regarding the individuals conducting the farming activities behind my property. However, the calls were determined by the dispatcher. I submitted the public records requesting the via certified mail, and Avon Police Department of the Avon Law Director did not receive the response. Please see the Exhibit 26, which is I show it to you. The copy of the certificate delivery receipt. Is it legal to permit the local government agency not respond to public records? Right there. I'm showing to you. And people call me crazy. How can't I be crazy with this much problems? But everything has a reason. Their side, not my side. You share focused false statements in the public order. Define me. We'll discuss next week. This is nothing. Whatever I'm talking today against to me for the Gasior or police is nothing. You're gonna see next week. After the next court from APL and me, Gasior share my personal information, my really personal information with newspaper. My personal information he shared with the court. The plaintiff who make the court against me, he dropped the case because I showed the camera records. His client lied about the dates and then story. After I showed the camera records, he understood that everything is completely lie and dropped. But newspaper is published according to his words. Completely lie news. This is whatever I'm explaining to you today with these videos. For according to the Avon Police and Gasior Law Director is nothing. Nothing. Against to me. For money wise it's different. June 11, 2025. References 36621 Kinsler Road. Violation code CO 124819. Jill Clements and then Dwayne Strader, City of Avon, Safety Director, and stated your provided attention to this matter to public health and safety is appreciated. Whatever is the, do you know this agreement or not? If it is the safety concerns about the city and exit this matter, please explain why the City of Avon Safety Director is not present to provide the testimony. I was going to ask this question. City didn't bring the 10 of their employees anyhow, right? Not only him, you know what I mean? And I was wrong, according to them, why police chief wasn't there? Why police captain didn't there, right? I'm wrong. I'm terrorist, illegal tomatoes dealer. Also, I have great illegal eggplants too. You cannot believe it, how illegal they are. Maybe little less illegal than peppers. Maybe little less than is the zucchinis, but they are really nice. Mrs. Clement has appeared the court handle the various matter behalf of the city of Avon without the providing any power of attorney. She did. There's no power of attorney, there's nothing. From this point, they show, I don't care. She has to show before the court. Because they can do, they change the date, because all the papers they are sending me, what they do, they white out, change the numbers. I have copies here. It's fine. I don't care. I have evidence. I don't care. Exhibit number 2 showed the controlled sidewalk program. In addition, she has sent the official mailing and emails behalf of the multiple city departments, including the building department, engineering department, safety, service and safety department, and law department. It appears that she is acting the represent capacity for the city of Avon, Ohio, rather than the solely as a zoning enforcement officer. She is owner of the Avon. I don't know what she knows about the entire Avon, but she does something. She's controlling the entire city. Or they are letting her to use to do everything. If something's gonna be happen, everything's gonna be pushed on her and they're gonna go away. I think it's the option number 2. Oh, we didn't know. She did it. We didn't know. That's what they're gonna do. They put the leash and chain on her. It's same thing in the Emily too. And then Ryan Cummings. If something's gonna be happen, I don't think is that they are inside to the big pie. Big pie is between mayor and then Gasior. Because they are sharing the pie. I'm gonna make it in the last page. Last video. How it goes. Oh, we didn't know. You know. Oh, safety directors did it. I'm gonna come there. City's legal preparation is structures assigned is the law director. She's not a licensed attorney. She's not, because she's only high school graduate. However, she has been involved in a wide range of the communications actions on behalf of the city. Illegal, I believe. That's my personal opinion. I'm not a licensed attorney. I'm just giving my personal opinion, as the Jill is giving her personal opinion for everything. Her personal opinion is that my materials are junk. Wood, my leather in my driveway is a safety issue. The same thing I'm giving to. There are not only concerns, and I also raised issues regarding the Ohio rules of evidence concerning the expert testimony, what I found it in the online. That's not me either. This is the Google's mistake. If that's the mistake, that's Google is doing, not me. She did not demonstrate knowledge of the subject matter. Did she verify whether my calculations were correct? She didn't. She can't. Okay, I give the chance to bring the city engineer. He has a PE. Why you didn't bring him? They knew I'm gonna give it to the calculation. They know I'm engineer. Why you didn't bring the civil engineer there? Why City of Avon doesn't have a PE engineer there? Why you didn't bring him? Why you hiding him from me? Why? You doing something illegal? Of course you do. I have been putting everything on the table. Clemens has no experience in her job. She doesn't really. And she has been acting a way affects me along with her legal issues. I just want to say something. I don't remember the gentleman's name. Please, if he's gonna watch this movie, this video, he can forgive me. It was years ago. When I was doing the concrete, I didn't want to put the concrete batching plan in A1. Mills Road someplace. It was a 5 acre or something. And I called and I talked with the gentleman before the Jill. And he said, stop by the city, we can talk. I stopped by. The old office was under the building, like it's the basement. We talk. He said, yeah, you can put it in the Mills Road because this is commercial, industrial area. Anyway, and then I think is the 2-3 hours later, my door's knocked. I opened the gentleman. He came to my house. He said, "Hi there, I'm really sorry. I give you the wrong information." He didn't know my phone number. So what happened? Is the police coming in? You know what I mean? And he said, "Yes, to go." He had a farm too. The police in, you know what I mean? And at least we drink beer or something, you know what I mean? He already come to my house. He did it. He said, "I checked it, and he told me the reason. I don't really remember, but Avon is not letting to put any new concrete batching plan anymore, and then any as the crushed concrete and stuff. Whatever is the existing, and they don't want any more new ones. If you are not purchased from someone else's, if you're doing your work is right, nobody can purchase you. You know, the old men I'm talking about, like before the Jill Clemens. If you're doing something right, you're doing something right. I saw him a bunch of times in the shopping malls and stuff, you know what I mean? It's like in the grocery store, you know, I always tell him the hi, you know what I mean? He was nice to me and I was nice to him too, you know, how it goes. But if you purchase, if you doesn't know what the hell you're doing, we can all make a mistake. I make a bunch of mistakes too, you know. I always give my sorry a call. I'm sorry, I told you these things, but it is not like this, it is this, you know what I mean? Please forgive me. She cannot ask me to forgive me. Everything is wrong. She cannot even say what is true, what the material is. You know what I mean? This is not even discrimination. This is two totally different things. I showed my phone yesterday to her. I said, "You know what is this?" And this is a computer to me. She said, "What is this to you?" It's a phone. It's a computer to me. Can you testify that? No, it is a real phone. I showed it to her. You know, it is what it is. It was. No, it is a real phone. She was right, but it is what? Anyway, keep going. I don't want to make the second video for the guest here. Please see the exhibit 17, exhibit 28. Lorraine County Public Nuisance Report I already showed. Case number 2700. It is dated September 3, 2025. It is a public information. If you want to go Lorraine County Health Department, you can see it there. It looked more like eyesore, no rims, tires, and trash found. Whatever they assume is different. Whatever they claim is different. They claim more worse. And I was state is the inspector state there was a trash and tires and all kind of things is the back in the house. The health department visited my property 13 days after where they delayed assessing the materials in my backyard, or could action be considered as the discrimination? Why can't you wait until they come and get out here and you make sure you don't have any evidence? Somebody is claiming you. Somebody claiming you, I have junk. That is neighbor. Residence in Avon. I am residents of Avon too. You cannot wait until the public agencies come my house and get the 100% document. 100% make sure, because this is the only thing you can get, a make sure. Do I have really junk or whatever the other people is claiming? I believe they do have a pictures, because I saw a bunch of times the Cindy and her husband is taking a pictures around my house. They do have it. Otherwise they won't do that. But they cannot use them in the court. You know, as they can't. Anyway, the health department, I told that one already. Exhibit 29, 11/25/2024. I have not seen my kids. This was my biggest moment. Is it a good thing I did? No, but I did. Since November 25, 2024, I have not been seeing my kids. Do you know why? I believe you were targeting me through to my children, which is they already started the did before that point. I sent them to believe that their mother. Since then, I have not seen them. They may now believe I'm no longer a good father. I raised them from 5 to 7 years, carried them approximately 26 days a month. They attended to school, Avon School District. There was not attempt to involve 8 years old child, this mother, but this was unsuccessful. I believe I was able to prevent to unlawful activity. However, it was not main topic for today. They may be addressed to the future. Regardless circumstance, I feel effort have been made to target through my babies. I never think about they're gonna be targeted. Can discuss the next week. Definitely, we are going to discuss this week. Definitely, because there is bunch of other issues. These are what I'm telling right now is nothing for the APL cases. Nothing. I believe none of the cases brought against me today result to harm others outside fenced area. And impact was limited to me. However, I believe the actions involved with Central South had significant impact on my life. It is. Police state whether an individual contacted the late August while I hospitalized and claim mediators behalf of the city. Didn't able to ask, and then what the mayor said, I don't remember. Good. I have pictures. I have recording in my phone, everything, but he didn't remember. It's fine. That's fine. I do have everything. Please explain why mediation services required assistance. The same question I asked the mayors for my animals for Central South. I have problem. Why I have problem with the sheriff department. Actually, I didn't have like huge problem with the sheriff department, but I will explain with the APL cases. Eleanor Stockard, Cindy Rice, and Jill Clements, Emily Hansen for my barn, and Avon chief, police chief, law director like himself, and is that legal information, City of Avon, and the 6 occasions, including the 4 in-person visits where I received the day stamp, confirmation, and 2 requests by certified mail. There are various rumors. This is really important, but this is not my thing to say. It's everybody has rumors. I don't really care what's going on, but the people says the Gary's father is working, and I think John Simidic from the city, he knows where is the first development start in the A1. They purchased the lands in like an acre, like for $500-600, and nobody wants to sell the property to them. And then he's landlocked here. He cannot go 83 because he has to buy the Sunbeam Garden, or he cannot go back to in Highland Heights. Is the property in the back because Mr. Miller has a property there he doesn't want to sell, and he has to be connected with the Kinzel, and Kinzel doesn't have a sidewalk, and need to be somebody make it, and city is pushed to the residents right now, put it in 2026 sidewalk program. And then probably next will be storm. We have storm sewer. I'm sorry, nobody need to be do because it's already there. And then is the sanitary in a couple years, and then he's gonna start to build something. And that by the time, and then the sanitary is done, the zoning is changed, and then it's a buildable area in the back. You know what I mean? I was going to ask, do you have illegal activities? But I know the answer. They do have illegal activities together. And it is my understanding Gary Smith and associates with the Central South has claimed the agriculture of the property may receive the tax-related benefits in the city, county, state, and federal levels. I also understand that reports involving him may be maintained the Avon Police Department. To my knowledge, there has been farming activities conducted that property. Why they are not giving me the report? Because police is coming here, as I showed earlier, is that there is no name. Oh, we told him to don't call 911. Why not? When I called the 1234 number, you coming here? No. Why you didn't get the person's information who's doing the farming in the back? Why not? Why not? Even if you are not aware the income in activity and have been farmed in the back, do you schedule the schedule F, which is I do. If you are a farmer, you have to be claim the schedule F. What information has been shared with me? Who can I ask? Who can give me that information? Nobody. I'm nobody. But city can ask. Are they gonna be asked? If I will ask them, I don't need them. Or I can ask, like, do Central South is claiming a schedule F? Yes or no? Are they gonna be do? No, of course not. Is that my understanding? Gerisimlik and Associates Central South has purchased the property 36497 Kinsel Road, Avon, Ohio, 4411. There was a zoning meeting, City of Avon, 10/2/2024. One more time. Zoning meeting, October 2nd, 2024. Gerisimlik provide the testimony regarding to the property. Even though he didn't legally own the property at the time, did not receive a power of attorney, purchased the contract from the previous owner. He didn't have anything, or he didn't give any single person to any single documentation, but he testimonied his papers. Or he didn't have attorney with him that testified. Okay? Lorain County Auditor's website updated February 27, 2025. Is this information public? It is public. You can see it there. February 27, 2025, which is 5 months later. City of Avon published ordinance codes November 19, 2025. Which is 13 and a half months more than after more than years later. The original date was the reason for the delay. Why they do it? The land parcel combination in the public. Why? You know why? Because me. Is there any regularity reason for withholding the zoning information related, and then Ohio EPA Section 401 water quality certification or wetland related approvals? That's the reason. Because the property, they make the zoning together 36497. Where is the house located? It is not shows zoning wetland. The next property shows it is wetland. Now is the one after 1 years. I don't know, as at this moment I didn't check it. It's probably they're gonna change it in the federal website. It's no longer wetland. Before they knock down the house, they're gonna make combine with this side wetland, and then they will knock down to the house, and it's gonna be pretty clear an area to be built. And by the time sidewalk will be done, sanitary will be done by the residents of Kinsel Road, perfectly zero cost and new development in Kinsel Road, Avon. And 20 some acres, 50, 60, 100 houses. How much money? You spend $1 million and make the $50 million. This is your money, Avon. While receiving City of Avon ordinance approvals, I observed the most requests and gerisimlik appear have been approved. Is there a specific reason this pattern appeal and applicants treated the same under the same standards? Go get and check it in City of Avon. It's all public. Whatever, most of them, 99% I can say, maybe more. Whatever he requested, he got approval. Central South, one of his company. His name is Gerisimlik. If you go Gerisimlik, it's the more information you can find. He got approval for everything. Can you get approval for everything in the city of Avon? I can't. I couldn't actually. Do you have any... Actually, was my permit denied? Communication influenced gerisi midik? Yes, it was. Because he didn't want it. It was in the first May 4th, 2022 meeting. He came there. He said he was the only person who didn't want me to build a barn. He didn't want me to build any barn, and then he said, oh, he can build the legal size, 30 by 40. I don't need to be city variances for 30 by 40. I can build it without any permission from anybody. You know. I called the Cindy Rice at the Avon department for her. She told me I couldn't able to call the police department regarding her mother. I believe I occurred the relationship and I raised involving my children. However, I noticed the Avon department did not record information about her and her mother, Eleanor Stockhart. Is it legal to handle the police information in this way? I don't know. I showed already. I don't know to ask this question against the city of Avon. Is it public request? Ohio Revised Code. This is from Google. I don't know. Maybe Google is lying to me, but 149.43. Is it accurate? Is it right or not? It says it is illegal to not giving the public attendees to the answer for the residents or anybody else. I don't know. It is right or not, but this problem is coming from the Google. It says it's the Ohio Revised Code 149.43. It says some punishment there too, but I don't know. Do you know any knowledge unlawful activities being carried out without my awareness? And as of 7/6/2025, I sent the email Exhibit 4. I already showed. When I was checking the landmark, I smelled an west side neighbor green or black sanitary water, which appeals to connect the storm sewer. I smelled heavily of sanitizer. Of course, I'm not scientist, but only know the thing Lake Erie starts from the storm catch basins. If you want to make sure everything is it okay there. I can't trade anyone else because that's not my job. As a good resident, I want to point out that's all. It may be that it is just my imagination. Have you taken any actions regarding to this matter, including reporting to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency? Because this is a federal issue, plus is the Lake Erie is the federal. Maybe international, because Canada is there too. I'm not sure. Do you have any knowledge of the complaint being filed with the Lorain County APL? This is next week's, but just getting like pre-questions. Are you aware identity for of the is the person who filed the claim against me? Yes or no? I didn't ask what was the question, why they did it or nothing. I know the answer already. I already got. Did you find any other issues besides the size of the signs? My property, they fine. These questions, I'm gonna go really basic. I'm really sorry. I know every single thing. What's the address? What's the vehicles and everything. Are you aware 280,000 pounds trucks park in Arandu is the middle school? Yeah, that is, what I mean? It's like, everything in my house, but around there is a 33,000 pounds dump truck in parking is the north side of the Center Reach Road. There is an excavator, skid commercial twin trailers there. Do you know that? I have a neighbor doing a farm in in my street, have the exactly the same stuff. I'm not claiming anything. He's doing right because he's farmer. If you are not doing farming, you are hungry. I'm raising animals, the other guy's raising tomatoes, the other one's doing soybeans, you know what I mean? We are not doing anything wrong. We are doing farming. We are feeding you. I feed maybe 5 people, other one feed the 5,000 people, other one feed 300 people. We are not doing anything wrong. We are doing farming. This is nothing he's doing. Don't get me wrong about it, okay? I'm just giving examples. At the first barn size extension request in the city of Avon, you told me I cannot able to do the business from my home. Gasior told me. In relation to my initial barn size extension, the city of Avon installed me. I was not permitted to conduct the home-based business. But he told me. Worst case first, we can ask this the voice recording because they are recording everything there. I know that. I explained that involved the concrete excavation, trucking operation. This is not the home-based business because I'm not pouring concrete in my house and taking the people's yard, right? Or I'm not hauling the stones in my house and bucketing and going and dumping the people's house, right? Did you still classify the business operating from my home? In the city meeting, July 7, 2025, I wasn't there. That morning, I had a court with the APL, my first court, where considered the rights regarding the operation of the business of my property. You know with who? Cindy Rice and then Gary Simidic. Gary Simidic, who is doing business from the residential property in Stony Ridge Road. He's okay though, but I'm not. While receiving May 2026 city contractor list, it's when you Google it, May 2026 City of A1 contractor register list, it's coming up. I noticed the several contractors appear the home-based business manage their operations from their residence, including the A1 Ohio. There's hundreds of them, but some of them is from the A1. Will the city take the enforcement actions regarding those business? If so, what standards are to use determining that completion? What you gonna do? You know, nothing wrong with these people doing. We are small business. The offices rent, electricity is extra everything. We can't. Okay, when I'm pouring the concrete, I have to get out the house at 5, maximum 6. Need to go to the work. All day will be there and come back home, take a shower, get a little bit red, eat the food, whatever it is, and then need to sit in the computer 1 or 2 hours. All I need to do. If I have emails and send it, and then if I need to answer the couple emails, and all I need to do, I don't need office. You know, it's the other people doing roofing, other people doing something else in landscaping. People is not coming and going in our homes. We are not doing something like this. We don't need office. Yeah, if you have 100 people working, it's different. I work by myself. I am boss. I was, not anymore. I cannot work anymore, but concrete finisher, truck driver, excavator operator, and mechanic, truck mechanic, excavator mechanic, and you name it, whatever the company needs, I was doing it. Why I need a office or shop to run the company? One person. Why? Are you aware the junk type of the conditions accumulation in the scrap metal of my property? And there is 2 other houses. They have really junk yards. If you go to I don't want to give their address right now because if I ask in the court, I definitely give. But Avon Belediyesi Road, there is 2 houses really has a junkyard. Are you aware the Avon Belediyesi Road is a junkyard operation? And KMU, it's a construction company. Their address, I can give that one, I think, 4436, I believe. It is a residential area. They are running the business there in 50 years. I mean, that might be 50, maybe 30 years, something like this. I don't know. Is it okay for the KMU when the KMU done something? You have something going on with the KMU? Is it? Has Willaway Construct the hardscape walls approximately 3 to 4 feet from the Route 83. If so, have any enforcement actions have you been regarding to the potential ordinance for violations? When you coming to the north, after the roundabout, is the water tower, right hand side, just behind, after the city sign. The lowway can do anything. From this point, none of you is thinking about, because I'm foreigner. Most of you is not foreigner in this town. Has Villaway employed the seasonal foreign workers? If so, the state of Ohio conducted the inspections. They have to, because this is the federal. Most people doesn't want to work with the farm jobs. Is the internationals, the seasonal workers come from the outside of the country. I'm not really familiar with how it goes, but as far as I understand, is that they are bringing the people and working here a year or two, whatever it is. Are you aware of those workers? Probably he does or doesn't, I don't know. But my question is, he cannot do any mistakes. I mean, anything he cannot show. Are you aware any of the inspections, adults, and conduct regarding the Villaway seasonal or foreign workers, including their working and living conditions? Does he need to do? I don't know. Probably not. But those people live here. They're living in A1. For their safety and our safety. I'm not saying those people are dangerous people. Don't get me wrong. We might be dangerous for them. They might be dangerous for us. We don't know them. Do you have any knowledge and unfold is the conduct involving the KMU? It is affidavit, is companies in the associated individuals. Do you have any knowledge and unfold conduct involving the Villaway affiliated in companies associated involves? KMUs or Villaways, owners and their companies. Do you have an idea? Doing business in here? City meeting, July 7, 2025. Concerns were raised regarding the 55 gallons drums in my house. Are you aware the metal and item stores in my property? Are you aware that any business activities conducted in my residence located in here, in A1? I don't want to give his address. It is. I'm gonna give you the topics too. It is my understanding that the commercial welding operation is being conducted in a residential area. This is really welding shop in my street, commercial welding. And that day, July 7, 2025. They are complaining about my property, and then they want to, is the fire department come and check my property, what's going on. Okay? After health department, I'm safe, I don't have anything wrong and something, you know. And I'm gonna come to the next video and everything, whatever's happened, why my house is like this and stuff. But we have a professional commercial welding shop located in A1, Kinsel Road. It's not a commercial area. Kinsel Road, A1. As the City of Law Director can explain how such situations are reviewed and enforced under City of A1 regulations. And it's my understanding, I'm going to go one more time. It is my understanding that the commercial welding operations being in the conduct in a residential area, and that may not have a fire department license. At the City Law Director can explain how such situations are received and enforced under the City of A1 regulations. There is no way nobody knows. All the companies located here goes there for welding. Probably his home-based business is doing the really cheap. Okay. You know, fucking 55 gallons drums in my house. You don't know that business there? Therefore, as I understand it, no complaints were made regarding the message or meaning the signs themselves. I believe I have provided the evidence supporting the truthfulness of my message. It is end for him. Gasior, I just want to tell you one thing, end of this. This is the end for your video, and I'm gonna go to all this reason. And after that, do you know why people call me the crazy? You know the reason? Good horses are called spirit. Good brave men are called crazy in my country. There is no way you can purchase me. Okay? But your kingdom is over after these videos. And this is nothing. I'm gonna put every single thing in the next video. And then next week is after APL videos.